the Gundam Bael experiment now finished, decided I'm going to do another Gunpla build. In this case, we're going to play along with the fact that a lot of these armors, mecha, however you want to look at it, are very similar in design and construction. So what we're going to work with here are the Impulse Gundam Arc and the Impulse Gundam Lancer, and playing with the fact that they suggest the idea of swapping the lower torso sections. We're actually going to take this a step further. Rather than swapping torsos in an obvious swap, we're going to play arm and leg swap between the two and see what we end up with. Not going to show all the sprue here, but you got a ton of pink, ton of blue and gray, that being the Lancier and that being the Arc. We'll get started and see what we got. Alright, as you can see, and I apologize for the shaky cam, but these little guys aren't very big. I've got the upper body and heads done on both the Lancier and the Arc. As with their predecessors, some of the details that were originally supposed to be done with stickers were done with the Gundam marker. The shiny torso thing is the kit supplied sticker. I did not do the stickers on the eyes, which is probably why they're a little dark, but I'm going to be honest. I mean, get down here. That's my pinky next to the head there, so these guys will go together fairly quickly, but they, like the Gundam Bael, are very tiny. Alright, as you can see, the arms are assembled, and I've gone through and built the left arms with the opposing shoulder pad so that they better work with the mech they're going to be on. Hands are, of course, in fixed position, but at this size, that's to be expected. We are moving right along. All right, now we have the completed legs to go with the bodies, arms, and heads. Like with the arms, I've swapped the opposing leg. So the right leg is actually from that one. Right leg is actually from that one, but the way I'm doing it, they're reversed. Like with Gundam Bael, these things have some really big feet. But all in all, this thing's moving right along. Alright, at this point, construction is basically done. Got our hip pieces for both mechs. Waist pieces. The hip shields for both mechs. In this particular case, I actually used the kit decal. Kit sticker. I'm not going to glorify these by calling them decals. Looks like I need to work on burnishing that one down a little better. Also have the, for lack of a better term, butt tanks. The little flight packs. In the case of the Lancier, we have the lance and shield. And in the case of the Arc, we have the big frigging gun. And one of the last stickers I actually put on. Next up, before I actually, put these guys together, will be to go in and do some line work. Now, as you can see, there's still an awful lot of parts on these sprues. That's because Bandai likes to reuse sprue, or rather parts. So, you get a lot of parts that don't necessarily work with this one, but they work with other ones. I've even got a couple of spare guns. Alright. Assembly's done, got the line work done, but first I want to share something on the Impulse Gundam kits. Namely, what is left. There are enough parts here almost. I mean, there's a ton of spare parts on these sprues. Got torso pieces, shoulder pieces, second shield, a couple of aircraft, and even a couple of more guns. I mean, that's just Bandai making multiple use of the sprues they've got. Now, our finished Impulse Gundam got the Lancier on the left, the Arc on the right. As you can see, the arm swap worked out pretty well. The gun for the Arc is friggin' huge. I definitely love those Gundam markers for doing the line work on these things. Gives a lot more control than a generic wash would. Oh, can't really see that one's face. I mean, these are really well done kits. And I'll point out they're also tiny kits. These two guys probably don't stand 6 inches tall. If they are 6 inches, it's not by much. The packs back here are removable, as are the jet packs. All in all, assembly took a little more than I would normally think about, but that was because I was doing 2 of these at once. The kits are so similar that you could actually build, with the exception of like the heads and the weapons and the weight and the hip pieces, you could almost build either one of these using the instructions for the other one. But before I start rambling, I'm going to thank you all for watching. Stick some stills at the end of this.